assembly election for your party?
Yeah, thank you. First of all, I think it's a plus for us in Ondo State, as based on statistics, percentage-wise, I think we deliver the highest vote throughout the federation, and that one alone is a lift for us as far as we are concerned here, because the last election wasn't like that. We won, but it wasn't remarkable. But this one is a remarkable achievement for us to come first within the chase among the federation. And I think that is going to be a kind of push for us to have people voted for our party in the next election.
But many people have the view that it's the person of the candidate of your party, now president-elect, that informed that pattern of voting, and that the coming election might not just be about party but about candidates. How sellable are the candidates of the party?
Yeah, we cannot rule that out. That's truth. We cannot rule that out. Actually, Ahmed Tinubu is a father figure to progressive, and our party is a progressive party, and I think that at the same time will still assist some of our candidates in winning, because when you look at it, now we have the president, we won the presidency. I think we would like to, balance the equation down here to make sure our party has the vote of our people, so that it will complement the effort of the Mr. Governor. I don't think we can trade that to have an opposition more in the assembly, where our governor is an APC governor. I don't think our people will want to do that, as far as I'm concerned. And to me, it's kind of...
Which people are you referring to?
I mean, Ondo State people.
Is it that everybody in Ondo State is an APC person? Why would you say they won't want to do so?
I can say majority of us are APC.
What makes you think
because
majority
of the pattern
is APC?
of election?
All right, looking at the presidential election, despite the fact that there is a lot of hardship in the land and people are groaning, yet your candidate or the candidate of your party was able to win that election, and people attributed the victory to his person. So what we are saying is that, do you think the other candidates for this, the state elections, especially the State House of Assembly, have this charisma or have these attributes that would enable them win as individual? Because as it seems the party is not so sellable, don't you think?
I disagree with you. If you say the party is not sellable, how? What are the
given
indices?
the situation of the country, the
situation of
complaints
country
and all that, even
candidate. The situation of the country has nothing to do with the candidate.
Okay.
You will observe that even within our party, when we had issues, we didn't say because it's our party at the national level, we speak out, we speak against powers. To me, as far as I'm concerned, all of us, we are in it together. Nobody can specifically say it is the APC party that is causing these issues. Yes, Emefiele is the governor of central bank. To some extent, he has his own limitation, and he has his own constitutional rule to perform, and provided we as a party didn't agree with what is not beneficial to our people, and that is why we speak out. To me, a reasonable thought has it that when we had issue, APC as a party stood behind Nigeria, and they didn't say because the president is from our party for us not to say the truth. To me, that is a plus for us, and it will really assist us in the next election. And mind you, all our candidates, they are all qualified, and we don't have a candidate that's not sellable as far as I'm concerned. As far as I'm concerned, look at them one by one. Look at them one by one, study them, do review on them. You will discover that we have given out our best. At this point,
let's take a peep into the details of voting pattern in the last election in Ondo State and see how well your party really stands in the forthcoming state assembly elections. Let's start from Ifedore. In Ifedore local government, your party didn't do well from the records, especially as far as the National Assembly election was concerned. And so, will that not also be the same experience in the state assembly, or is your party taking a backtrack to the drawing board to look at why it failed in that area?
Yeah, let me correct one impression first of all. And I don't think our party did so bad in the sense that, we have presidency, the Senate, and the House of Rep. I think we didn't do well in the House of Rep in Idori. But for Senate, for presidency, we did well. And I think probably sometimes we cannot have it all. That's the beauty of democracy. But if our party fail at Idori regarding the House of Rep, I think that is not enough to say that we did not perform.
Will it not go to say that your party is not in the right standing, as it were, in Idori?
No,
with the people there?
We can't. Why we can't is that Ademi that we fail in the 3 elections. Yes, we can say we have failed, but if we have passed in 2 and failed in 1, it's still a pass mark. That is above 60% pass mark as far as I'm concerned. We have presidency, Senate, and House of Rep. We fail in House of Rep in Idori. We pass in Senate, we pass in President. It's still a pass mark for us.
So is your party doing anything differently in this coming election?
Yes. Presently, we have done the review, and the lesson learned has been, taken into consideration. Now we are going to the next election, making a reference to what we have done wrong, what we need to do right. I think, to me, this what happened at the last election, as far as Idori is concerned, is kind of an eye opener for us to say that maybe we need to do more work.
And you're not a toddler in the APC. You're someone that could be called a chieftain in your party, and so I should be able to ask you, what exactly do you think went wrong with your party in that area? You know why? The candidate of your party for that federal constituency did go public to apologize to the people that he left the SDP for the APC, which made the people to be angry with him and not vote for him. That's the statement he put in public glare. So does that mean that the people are disenchanted with your party in that arena? Won't it affect your outing in the next election?
No, the answer is no, and I will explain. I think the candidate has his own personal opinion. Okay. I did not agree with the opinion because when you look at it, during the last election when he won on SDP, that time APC as a party were polarized. Part of us went to AA, part of us were doing APC. When you look at the addition of the APC and AA put together, it's more than so in SDP. So whoever says because he left SDP, that was why he lost, it's not saying the truth. Because when you look at it, now that APC, we are one family. And
he's the one that said that. Nobody said it on his behalf.
He said the people said so. He was not saying he is this. He said
what the person is he that wears the shoe that feels it most.
And I'm now telling you that whoever said that is not saying the truth, because I just do the analysis that when you look at the vote in the last election, the addition of vote of APC and AA is more than SDP. Even if it's still in SDP, now that we are one family, there's no faction, we are together, we will still defeat him if he come out in the SDP. I think he has taken a good decision by joining the APC, as far as I'm concerned. Well, it didn't work out well for him, as far as I'm concerned, but as far as we are concerned, as a party, we did our best to make sure that he won as our candidate. But since he go other way, he will go and relax, re-strategize, and probably he has another time again.
Away from Idori, let's get to the Southern Central District and see what exactly that area holds for your party, the APC. It's generally believed that, and I've been issue, before now, that area is an exclusive preserve of the People's Democratic Party, PDP. But the outcome of the last election, especially for the National Assembly, proved otherwise. But we're talking about a grassroots election, as it were, because the state assembly election is closer to the people than the National Assembly election. Do you think the tunes won't change?
I think that insinuation has come to rest in the last election. It's generally believed that the southern part of the state are PDP, but I think the last election has proven that to be a wrong insinuation, because we won overwhelmingly in the last election. At the same time, this time around, the same thing repeats itself. That shows that we have deviated from the norms of thinking that the southern part of the state are for PDP. I don't think that insinuation is right. based on 2 elections that has been conducted, and we can prove to anybody that wish to know that now we can say the southern part of the state are APC state, just like the northern part.
All right, considering the voting pattern of voters in this last election, don't you think that it's going to be a matter of all candidates for itself? That is, it is who you are that speaks for you with the electorate and not what your party stands for.
It's a two-way thing. Yes, your personality has a lot of influence in the decision of people. At the same time, I think party take the highest consideration, because in the voting, your name or your name will not be there, your picture will not be there. It's the logo of the party. And let me tell you, a true party man, you know, we have 3 levels of voters. We have the party people that vote. We have the people that does not believe in any party, that stay neutral. We have the people that believe in personality. Either you are in PDP, you are APC, you are SDP, wherever party you are. Those are the 3 set of people that vote. But I want to assure you that 80% of the party man or party men will vote for their party. And then it now depends on the neutral people, how they feel you as a individual, how they feel your party as a party, that will inform their level of voting. And I believe if you look at that from that angle, it is a positive aspect to a party man to vote for his or her party, and for you to convince the people that doesn't not belong to any party to vote for your party candidate as well, because it's a matter of how well you can prove to them that you will do better. So it's not a bad trait of it to sit down and say because your party is in power you must win. No, you have to convince people based on statistics and references to prove to them that yet. Okay, take for instance the House of Rep that lost. I didn't really feel good because the guy performed. As far as I'm concerned, the guy performed excellently. I can point to a remarkable project he has, but yet people don't vote for him in Ifedore. We voted for him in Ifedore. As far as we are concerned, we overwhelmingly in Ifedore. He won overwhelmingly in Ifedore, but he lost in Ifedore. But it's the people that understand why they didn't vote in Ifedore. But based on my own analysis, the guy performed excellently well. I think so far so good. So far, he has been the best House of Rep we have in Ifedore. So far so good, based on the project available on ground. So it depends on the way people feel you and your party. That's how they will vote. It is left for you as a party man to convince people outside to prove to them that your party will do better based on this and that. And I think that's the basis.
And Oladimeji, if you look at it, many of you politicians were reveling the euphoria of the fact that yes, there was large voter turnout and all of that. But statistics says otherwise. You know why? Let me reel off some things to you. In Osrc government area, registered voters were 69,697. On the day of election, only 22,121 were accredited, which means that over 40,000 did not come out. In Akure North, registered number of voters, you had 79,272. And accredited on the day of election stood at 23,917. Going to the north, Akoko Southwest, registered voters stood at 107,651, and accredited number of voters stood at 36,383. It goes on and on and on like that to tell you that there was nowhere you find at least half of registered voters come out to vote. Isn't it a function of the failure of mobilization on the part of politicians to get their people well mobilized, well orientated, to know that they must perform their civic responsibilities beyond party affiliation?
Yeah, no, not really. A lot of factors contributed to that.
Okay.
And the situation is complex in a way. I observe that I have more than 22 people on the day of election in my unit that have their card. They hold their card like this, and they cannot find their names on the list. Though they have to be moving around the world if there's any place where they can find their picture. They have the card of my unit, but they can't find their name in the register. They check, they try to vote, the BVAS can accredit them. And if in my own unit alone, I have like 22 people that was not able to vote. You know, if you look at it holistically, you believe that that is the same problem across the nation. And that's why I say the problem is complex, and there are a lot of factors that contributed to that. And that's, I think I've written to INEC regarding that to let them know that what is wrong in when you have a card and you cannot vote, you know, it's naturally you have been differentiated. So it's not a matter of a party mobilization. Somebody who has already in the polling unit to vote has been mobilized already. He has who he wanted to vote for. It might be either party or anybody. He's already there, but he cannot find his name. So that will not be a problem of the party. I think it's a problem of the INEC, and I think they have to work on that. Probably, maybe this time around, it won't work anymore. But at least for the next election, even most of the people that registered the last time, they couldn't get their PVC, and they are around. They couldn't get their PVC. So when you look at it, the problem is complex, and I think INEC should look at it and review it and make sure it doesn't happen when next we're having election. It's very bad.
Thank you. At least you said you've written to INEC regarding that. Why I also voted, we experienced the same thing, where some people's names were actually on the board, but their names were not on the BVAS that was brought to that unit. But later we learned that the polling unit has been splitted. You know, like 2 or more polling units has been carved out of that place. And so I felt political parties ought to be aware. You know, it seems there's this disconnect between political parties and INEC on this new development.
They are not working together. They are independent. We are a political party. We cannot influence what they are doing.
No, you get information for your people.
It is information they give to us that we process. We cannot go there and be questioning their process.
Now, let's talk about the roles that you think critical stakeholders we have to play in ensuring violence-free election come Saturday. I do understand that there have been many interventions, signing peace accord here and there, but that's most times does not translate into peaceful conduct of election. What is the commitment of your party? Let's start from there, because they say charity begins at home. Since your own home is your party, what is the commitment of your party to a peaceful disposition before, during, and after the state assembly election?
Yeah, thank you. First of all, I want you to understand one thing, that APC as a party, we are peaceful in nation, and this is how it that we are the most peaceful party as far as Nigeria is concerned. Because when you look at the record of violence across the nation, from the history of political party, APC has come out clean, and we have proved that we are not a violent party. Yes, now that we're in election, based on the past record, you will discover that we've not had any report of violence in a way. And I believe we are going to go by that approach, and we are going to, appeal to every other party members to toe the line of peace, that this election we are together. Either you are one party, B party, any party, we are all Nigeria. And after the election, we still come together to sit down together and, be our brothers and sisters. And see, election as the process of election has reduced violence as far as I'm concerned. Yes, because once you understand that, even if you cut away the ballot box, it won't work for you. You won't want to do that. Unlike in those days, when you stuff the ballot boxes with, it will count. Now, if you do that this time around, it won't count. So why wasting your time in creating crisis that will not give a beneficial result for you? I think that one alone has reduced the violence tendency as far as I'm concerned. And my appeal will be that everybody should understand that after election, we still come together as brothers. So we should not encourage or promote violence. As far as our party APC is concerned, we preach peace, and we are not violent party.
I see that your responses all along has been exuding confidence, as it were, and I begin to wonder from what plane your confidence has been coming from, especially on behalf of your party. But could it be a function of what some have termed the dominant effect of incumbency in politics?
No, not really. You know, when you look at Ondo State as a state, from all starters, you discover that we have tried our best in time of projects, in time of welfare to our people, and I think even with the limited resources, we have tried our best. And for people that really understand what governance is all about, we know that yes, APC as a party, as a government in Ondo State, we have tried our best, and that one alone is a sign that we know that in the next election our people will vote for us.
How best is your best with the people? Because it's one thing for you to give yourself a pass mark that you've done your best. It's another thing for the people to really say you have done your best. How best is your best with the people? How well does it resonate with the people who are the real voters on the day of election?
Thank you. You know, you cannot rule out that no matter how good you are, some people will see claim otherwise. But when you look at the peaceful atmosphere we live in Ondo State, it's a testimony that our government is doing well. As far as labor is concerned, everything we do is clear to labor. We sit down together on one table to do things together. So that's why you see labor, you don't see unrest as far as labor is concerned, because labor is there with us whenever we want to take care. If allocation come, whether it's a local government allocation, whether it's a state allocation, we sit down and look at it. This is the allocation. How best can we spend this? And we spend it together. So if the labor is involved in spending the money in terms of allocation, so why would they fight us? They know that everything is not shrouded in secrecy. It's open as far as that one is concerned. Yes, on the IGR, we are trying our best, and the result of the IGR is being seen in everywhere where we are doing our projects. So it's a two-way thing. It's not everybody that can have direct beneficial from the government, but you can have indirect. If they tar the road of your street, you are benefiting indirectly. If you have a good water, maybe portable water, either it's by way of borehole or whatever, yes, you are benefiting directly. And the civil servant, they are getting their state now, they have paid up to date. They are not owing anything. As far in the local government, we are owing like 76%. That's all we owe, and we are inherited like 7 months.
76% of what are you owing?
A salary, 70, not a whole month.
Okay, 76% of one salary.
One salary. That's what we are owing now.
Is that across local governments or just your local?
It's across local government. It's across local government because we paid salary together. We don't. You know, you cannot do that.
Why is government still owing that much? You don't, even if it is just 1%, it is still money. If you agree with me,
you have to understand one thing.
You said 76%.
Wait.
That's like, what do we say? That's also, what's the difference between 75 and 100%?
I will prove it to you.
Please
do. When we came in, we inherited 7 months' salary, all by the last administration. And to tell you that we believe government is continuing, we did not say because we are not the one that hold. We begin to offset all those money.
I understand the point you're trying to make. Now. My question to you is this, Engineer Oladimeji. You're trying to say that government has cleared that of the state.
For the state, yes.
Why did it leave out local government?
No, it's different allocation. At a stage last year, we have overtaken the state. Where state were owing like 3 months, we are owing 2 months.
So what drew you back?
No, it's
what drew local government
allocations back? Of local government differ from the state. We did not. It's different thing. State have their own allocation. We have our own.
Time is not
mind you, state may have access to some other funds which we may not. But as far as I'm concerned, we are working together, and before in the next 3 months, we hope to offset. And
do you agree with me that local government is supposed to even be richer than the states? Taking a costly look at the potential in the agricultural sector.
The answer is no. I disagree in totality. Okay. What was the allocation of local government? 774 local government.
I'm not talking about allocation. I'm talking about internally generatable Revenue.
What is the indices? Internally generated in the local government. How? Tell me how.
I just gave you an instance of the agriculture sector.
Agriculture. What is it not when you have enough resources that you invest in agriculture that will bring result?
So the problem is lack of resources.
Yes, now.
Finally, before I let you go,
how do you?
Time is no longer on our side. So before I let you go, what is your greatest fear as for your party as we go into the state assembly election this weekend in Ondo State and of course in many states, all the states of the federation, really?
Fear. As far as I'm concerned, as a politician, you don't expect any negative.
Because you're optimist.
You don't pray for it. But I don't have any fear as far as I believe our people will conduct themselves in a peaceful manner. But even at that, I will just plead and beg our people that election will come and go. We are brothers. That whatever happens in a peaceful atmosphere is when we can engage ourselves. I will just say that let's go there, cast our vote, and let's come back and be peaceful. Engineer
Oladimeji is the chairman, the federal local government area, of course, a chieftain of the All Progressives Congress (APC), and has been talking about what he feels will be the chances of his party in the forthcoming state assembly elections in Ondo State. I thank you very much for your time on the program.
Thank you.
We will take a break. When we return, we'll take another look at another issue. Please do stay with us, everyone.